Kahapon po ay nagsimula na ang hearing, yung unang nabanggit natin dito sa ating channel, yung Human Rights Committee ni Congressman Benny Abante ng Maynila. As chairman ay ginawa niya kaagad talaga. At ito ay may kaugnayan sa di umano ay extrajudicial killing or yung war on drugs na ginawa nung nakaraang administrasyon. Pakinggan nyo ang ilan sa bahagi ng hearing kung saan nandun po ang maraming kinatawan ng mga alleged victim, mga abogado, dating pulis at kasalukuyang mga pulis.
Yes, pero ang tanong, Mr. Chair, imbestigahan ba ito? The PNP should know. If they want to convince us that they did in fact investigate. However, Mr. Chair,
si Atty. Colmenares, dating congressman, abogado ng mga biktima.
To the ICC, kung basahin niyo yung appeal na yon, paragraph 86, the government admitted 52 lang ang naimbestigahan nila. That's why, hindi na solve yung imbestigahan. Correct, Mr. Chair. Kasi kung 52, kahit mga na-solve yung 52, that is still not enough, Mr. Chair.
I would like to ask any incumbent official of the Philippine National Police of the report that is being asked here by being said by Apollo.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said a while ago that we invited the Philippine National Police and he is not around here. And therefore, he would have sent somebody. May we know from the different police officers who will be speaking on behalf of the Philippine National Police?
Wala yung ibang pulis.
Is there any? At nasa ako, tapos ako ko, hindi ko nasa
Pwede po ba na-bigay yung
Mr. Chair, I think,
ordinary, will you please reply to the query in question of Congresswoman Castro?
Mr. Chair, if I may, just a quick interjection.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, the executive number 2 signed by the former president way back in 2016 actually states that the Department of Justice and the Office of the Solicitor General are hereby directed to prepare an inventory of such exemptions and submit the same to the Office of the President within 30 days. Our current Solgen, Mr. Chair, was a former Secretary of Justice. May I inquire
Secretary Guevara, tinatanong.
The Honorable Maynard Guevara, Mr. Chair, if he was indeed or his office was indeed part of crafting the exceptions?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor. The DOJ then was involved in identifying what provisions under existing laws or what jurisprudential doctrines may be invoked or may be a basis for formulating the exceptions.
So in other words, Mr. Chair, the concern of the Honorable Castro can best be answered by our current soldier who was the former Secretary of Justice. Kasi yung pinag-uusapan dito tama ba ito? Ito ba ay kasama dun sa exceptions that earlier, Soldier Maynard Guevara mentioned na...
Hindi talaga yung issue niya, no?
As well as information. And specific in the
sabi ng pulis, wala daw.
Providing such
AJK.
to the Commission on Human Rights. And following month, our office, the PNP Human Rights Affairs Office, issued another advisory. And I think through our office again, we will issue another advisory regarding this matter. Pero na po yan siya existing. And I would like also to take this advantage to inform this August body that our office, the BNP HRAU, is already trying its best to remedy this. Actually, we have a ceremonial signing for the MOU with the CHR last year regarding data sharing, sir. And we will be having another one because of the changes in the...
PNP chief, PNP yan.
Mr. Chair, may I request that PDEA and NBI submit to us operations against illegal drugs which resulted to the death of the victims.
Yeah.
May I move, Mr. Chair, that we get that the NBI and PDEA would submit such, simply because, if I remember it right, Offland Barrel had two components. One is Operation Tukhang, and I think General Mayadi would bear me out because he was the one who mentioned the Offland double barrel. Yeah, that's why it's called double barrel because it's a two component.
Si Congressman ako pa yan, dating pulisan, Congressman.
Double barrel, two components yan eh. As far as I know. The first one is Operation Tukhang. Hindi mo siya done. That's why they call it double barrel. There's dalawa ang component yan eh. One is Operation Tukhang. The other one is an operation against high-value targets, if I remember it right. Tama po? Yes. And today, Wilkins is now saying na meron din silang barangay eradication.
Double barrel.
Insofar as
Operation
illegal
Tukhang.
drugs are concerned. That is also embodied under Offland Tukhang when you conduct visitations to houses which are suspected to house illegal.
Nakakaiyak na yung nangyari. Kaya po tingin ko po, may cover up, no? Ito na nga lang, yung EO2, parang sinimento na lang nga yan eh, parang sinil na yan na nandiyan sa EO, para hindi talaga makapag-imbestiga, no?
Congresswoman Castro naman ito.
Information na kailangan ay...
There are 6, Mr. Chair.
So, ayan po, ang more or less ay naging talakayan sa unang hearing. Well, alam nyo, medyo masalimot yan. Buhay po ang nakataya dyan eh. Sa unang record, mahigit na 7,000 ang mga naging biktima dyan sa double barrel at Operation Tukhang noong nakaraang administrasyon. Sa side yan ng PNP record, mahigit na 7,000 at saka ng DOJ. Pero sa mga human rights advocates, yung pong mga grupo na tumutok dyan, doble yan. Hanggang triple pa nga. Baka daw umabot ng 20,000 yan eh. So ayan po, yung matapang na ginagawa ngayon ng Kongreso under Speaker Romualdez at Chairman Benny Abante ng Maynila, Chairman nga po ng Committee on Human Rights. Okay? So, nung nakaraang administrasyon, walang gumalaw sa Kongreso at Committee tungkol dyan sa isong ito ng di umano extrajudicial killing. Pero this time, ayaw palampasin ni Congressman Abante. Dapat malaman, kahit na may kaso na ito sa International Criminal Court, ay dito kasi sa Maynila, lumabas doon sa unang hearing, walang nakapalyatang kaso eh. Paano mabibigyan ng hustisya ang mga biktima kung wala naman palang na-file na kaso? O walang gumagalaw na kaso sa ating RTC, sa ating mga korte ngayon? Abay, nakakalungkot. Pinaglalaban natin, meron tayong judicial, meron tayong justice system sa ating bansa, pero hindi naman malinaw kung ilan yung na-file na kaso, kung meron man o wala, dito sa ating korte. At ang na-identify at nalaman natin ay yung kaso before ICC na controversial. Kasi nga, sabi nung mga complainant, tapos na yung investigasyon, warrant of arrest na lang ang darating. So, ang kasama dyan si Albayalde, dati kasing PNP chief yan, bago si Bato de la Rosa. Okay? Justice Department dati, si Secretary Guevara, ngayon ay Solicitor General na yan. At yun pong mga ilang biktima, nag-iiyakan pa nga, hindi ko na pinakita at baka masira yung ang araw po ninyo, umiiyak po hanggang ngayon, yung mga biktima na nawala yung kailang pamilya mula ho nung Matukhang. So, yan po. So, yan. Kaya nga, sabi ko sa inyo, grabe ang mga investigasyon sa Senado ngayon. Issue ng extrajudicial killing, gentleman agreement, at pati yung isa pa ngayon na bubuhayin din ng Kongreso under Congressman Ace Barbers, yung di umano, yung Michael Yang na economic advisor ng dating Pangulong Duterte ay may kinalaman daw sa illegal drugs sa bansa. Ipapatawag din yan ng Committee on Illegal Drugs ni Barbers. Meron din silang gustong imbestigahan. Ito namang kinasasangkutan ni Mayor Alice Goo ng Banban Tarlac. Dahil nagduda rin sila sa mga nangyayari sa Tarlac. Noon, nakaraang gobyerno, gusto rin pong imbitahan at imbestigahan ng mga bago at mga batang mambabatas. Naku, maraming kaabang-abang sa Kongreso. Magandang hearing sa Kongreso. Walang takipan. Neutral at lumalabas ang totoo.